laying down, or how does this work?
Yeah, so everybody, I'm going to run you through like a whole pre-flight checklist. So whatever, right now I just want to really focus on the waiver. So we're signing a document that says you have permission to die, right? But you also have to come back. So what that means is we're going through a resurrection process. You know, resurrection is the part of you that allows you to you know, your soul and your body are like this most of the time. So we're going to let you go like this, create some space, access your eternity, and then come right back. Okay? So this is not a scary thing. It's just a let go, come back. Okay, so we have an hour to do this, so don't worry, there's no rush. You don't need to even know what you're doing, but just this intention is enough. Signing the document helps. I've found that in classes where people don't sign the death waiver, they don't die. So, so to, you know, it's more for you, you know.
Can you can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a little choppy, Ryan.
Can the waiver again? I got out of
Yeah, absolutely. I will
and it's not there anymore.
I will put the link back in. Here you go.
Thank you.
And Ryan, can you hear me okay? Because there's going to be music and things like that, so I want to make sure your connection is supporting a good experience for you.
Yes, I can hear you fine. My for some reason my audio is terrible, but yours is great.
Okay, cool. Sean, thanks for signing. Nico, thanks for signing. Veronica, thanks for signing. Eduardo, great. Everyone else, please sign your life away. We're waiting on two more. Has everybody, you guys have all introduced yourselves to each other and all this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, all right. Waiting for two more signatures. Nishan, thank you. Brandon, thank you. 13E. Eduardo, thank you. Okay, well, does anybody need more time? Okay, there's one more. Thanks, Ryan. Person on iPhone, did you sign? Do you know what we're doing? Okay, let's just get started. So, so welcome to this beautiful experience that I have created for you. We're going to be doing something called breathwork, which basically means we're going to breathe for a long time. You've been breathing your whole life, so this is not going to be difficult. In fact, this is going to be very easy. I'm going to show you the depth of the technique right now. So practice with me. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways to do breath work, pranayama, breath holding, Wim Hof, all these fun and amazing things. We're not doing any of that stuff. We're not doing any kundalini, breath of fire, nothing complicated or difficult. What we're going to be doing is breathing through our mouth. Inhale, fill your lungs, exhale, and sigh it out. It's very easy. That's what makes this work so well, is that we are doing some easy stuff. So I'm just going to, everyone can hear me talking. If you can't hear me, please say something. I'm going to play a little bit more music just to make sure music is happening. Can you you guys hear the indie music? Everybody? Oh, Veronica can't hear it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Are we starting?
No, no, no. We're nowhere starting. We're just doing a sound check.
Okay.
So Nico, you can hear the music. I can hear the music. If you cannot hear the music, get yourself off of mute and start talking to me.
I can't.
Okay. So on your Zoom settings where it says mute, there's an arrow. And you can select your microphone, you can select your speakers. Do you want to just make sure your speakers are selected? Also, if you have Bluetooth speakers or some bigger speakers or headphone speakers, make sure those are selected as your speakers. It'll sound a lot better. If you have some big bassy speakers, that would be the best. But whatever, headphones are great too. Veronica, did you get it sorted out? No?
Is everyone hearing the music? And I'm the only one that does it?
Guys, let's all speak up or this is going to take a long time.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
Okay.
I can hear it.
Does anyone know how to troubleshoot Veronica's speaker situation?
I'm just gonna go into my computer, so if it's okay with all of you, I'll just be joining you as soon as it's on, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
So we'll do sound, just let me know when you're back on, and we'll do another sound check. Oh, she left. All right, we have to wait for her. Okay, so part of this process, it's interactive, right? So everybody, you can take yourself off of mute. I'll mute you if I need to. It's going to be nice for everybody to hear you breathing. It's going to be nice to hear your voice. It's, you know, we're here. This is a group activity. This is not a hide in your Zoom box activity. So, you know, we have the blessing of being together here in this moment. So, you know, when I ask a question or something, just shout it out. You know, we're here. We're together. You know, we're all equal. There's no, you know, reason to be quiet or anything. So, so yeah, I guess Veronica's coming back. So let me think of a way to stall everybody. Does anyone have a funny story they want to share, or like an awkward childhood moment?
Rahul, for the exhalation part, is it just also through mouth?
Everything's through the mouth.
Okay.
Like this. So you're not going to exhale like this. You're going to go, right? Like let it out. Right? So this whole thing is letting go. Right? So taking a big breath, like really expand yourself when you take this breath. But relaxed, you know, like we're not doing some Kundalini thing. We're not doing anything too intense. We're just, yeah. Does anyone else have any questions while we wait for our 7th companion?
Yeah, what's the intention that we're supposed to set?
Oh, we're gonna get to that. Don't worry. Start thinking about your intention though. Like really, why are you showing up? Like, I mean, you guys are doing a big thing with Nico that I don't know everything about, but why are you doing this thing with Nico? And kind of lean into that. Like, what are you trying to heal? Where are you trying to grow? You know, like really anchor into this stuff.
With the breathing, is it supposed to be constant, like nonstop, almost a little hyperventilating?
That's a couple questions. So we're not necessarily trying to push ourselves to hyperventilate, as fun as that is. You know, like we can do that. If you feel called and you want to do that, you can, and that's totally great and super fun, and you'll definitely trip out way faster. But what we're trying to do is just inhale and exhale. Like this. So we're definitely like cycling our breath. So there's no holding. It's not like hold, hold. So that's too relaxed. We're just as one exhale is ending, one inhale is starting. As one inhale is ending, the next exhale is starting. So we're always flowing, right? So we're creating a river of breath through us, in and out, in and out, in and out. So we're never stopping, but if it gets too intense or too hard, you can slow it down, but never stop. And if you want to just really pump it up, breathe faster, okay? But it's also part of...
Is it stomach breaths, or are you bringing through the stomach and in the chest?
We're going to get to that in a minute.
Oh, okay.
So I have a slide for that. So let me just, Veronica, you're back. You can hear, you can, let me just play some music.
I can hear everyone.
Can you hear the music?
Now I can hear the music.
Amazing.
Thank
You're all ready to go. Yes, thank you. All right, we're all here.
I'm so sorry, but are you saying there's music playing right now? Oh, there we go.
There's not.
I got it now. Never mind. Okay.
I paused it.
I got it.
Okay, wait, I'm going to do the music real quick for everybody. Okay, everybody hear it? Cheer if you can hear it. Make a really sad face if you can't hear it. Okay, make a big whiny sound because you can't hear it anymore. Okay. All right, so this is group work, right? So we're all in this together. We're creating a boat. We're all going to be rowing on this boat together, right? So we're going to try to hear each other's breath. So when I inhale, here, let's all breathe together for a minute. When I inhale, you inhale. When I exhale, you exhale. So... Okay, never mind. We're having some latency issues with the internet, so we're not going to try to breathe together. That's okay. That's okay. We're still going to feel each other energetically. Group work is really cool. Private work, you know, I do private one-on-one work where we go much, much deeper individually into your own, you know, individual beliefs and core issues and things like that. But just for the sake of everyone in time, of everyone else's time, we're not going to go into everyone's deep, 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 deep story at this moment. If you do find yourself going through like a total existential crisis after this thing, or you just like really tripped out and saw like some magical angel, dragon, fairy magic stuff, and you just want to talk about it with someone who's going to totally get it, this is a link to my one-on-one integration thing. I'll have a link to this at the end too, don't worry, but you can just call me and we'll have like a call and just talk it out. Okay, so we are doing the easiest workout in the world, right? So effort gets results, and all you have to do to win at this exercise is never stop breathing, right? You can slow down and speed up, but don't stop. And the second thing is, this is adventure time. We are going on an adventure in consciousness, right? This is not time to evaluate everything, right? Like, oh, the colors he chose for his slides are really orange, and I don't like orange. Orange is not my favorite color. I can't appreciate this slide because it's orange, right? So that's a judgment. We don't want to do judgments. Or, you know, Nico's beard is so handsome. I'm not handsome. Get lost in all these things, right? So just we're going on an adventure, and when we're on an adventure, everything is brand new. So there's going to be so many sensations that come up in our body. Our hands are going to tingle, our face is going to tingle. We might like start crying for no reason that we can't understand. We might start seeing things or living things. You know, whatever is the most negative vibration in your being, it's going to come up to the surface when we do this, because we're, you know, expanding and we're allowing ourselves to float like this nice hot air balloon. So just allow everything, right? Because ultimately you're just going to be on the floor inhaling and exhaling with a nice guy on Zoom. So there's really nothing to worry about. So just let's go on this adventure in consciousness. So if you can stay in the adventurous mindset and you can continue to breathe, like don't stop, you're going to have a really great experience that you can write to your mother about. Okay, so if you have a candle, please light it. If you don't have a candle, well, you know, you should buy some candles because they're great. So the thing that's great about candles is they are a little bit of a gateway between the physical world and the non-physical world. It's where physical stuff turns into non-physical stuff. It's where dense matter becomes spirit. So as these nasty energies start leaving your body and you start exhaling the yucky energy you've been carrying around like a dirty diaper, the candle will absorb it and transmute it and send it to the light. So it's really nice to have a candle around. If you don't have a candle around, you know, after the session, maybe light some sage, you know, spray some agua florida or something. You know, just clean your space energetically, because you're going to release some demons, and that's a good thing. So, you know, enjoy the process. Don't get all scared about that, because it's already inside you, right? You're already carrying it around, that diaper. So we're going to change your diaper tonight, and we're going to be nice and dry and clean by the end of this.
Nice.
So I want to say thank you to plants. Everybody go like this. Say thank you, plants.
Thank you, Brent.
So the thing that's cool about plants, and if you have plants in your space, so normally when people do this with me regularly, I tell them like certain plants to buy and things like this. Look, if you have plants in your space, it's great, because plants take the things we exhale and they turn it in. They exhale the stuff that we inhale, right? So we exhale CO2, and CO2 is that tension in our bodies. It's the acidity. So when we exhale all this acidity, our body actually alkalizes, and the plants take our acidity and they turn it into fruits and fresh air and, you know, salad. So having flowers around, even cut flowers like roses, things like this, is very, very nice. Not just from a, you know, actual chemistry, biology perspective, but from an energetic perspective. They are alive, they have feelings, they love you, they're growing, they're in your space, they allow themselves to be cut to be beautiful in your home. So plants are great. Also, fun fact, if you poop on a plant, it will grow food for you if it's one of those kind of plants. So think about that. Pee time. If you have to pee, now is the time. If you have to pee anytime during the session, you can pee as soon as you feel like peeing. Do not hold your pee for any reason. Why is that important? Because when you're holding your pee, you're not in the session. You're just laying on the ground, breathing silly, and holding your pee and thinking about how much you wish you were peeing right now. So go pee immediately. Just bear in mind, when you get up, especially once we get like past 20, 30 minutes into the session, you are literally going to be going through a DMT experience. So you want to stand up slowly, make sure you have your balance before you start walking. Don't just jump off the ground and start running towards the bathroom. You'll run into the wall, you know? So just do it slowly and, you know, go pee and come back. As soon as you come back, you're going to drop right in, and often when you pee during a session, it's a big chakra release in your second chakra. So, you know, you're going to feel really great when you come down and lay down after that. So if you have to pee or poop, or just go do it. All right, so now let's start thinking. This is the pre-game for setting our intention. So if you have the compass app on your phone, or you just know where the sun rises and sunsets in your house, right? So the sun rises in the east. So if you lay with your head, see the little icon with the guy on the planet? If you lay with your head to the east, the energy that's going to be flowing over your body as we breathe is going to be bringing in the energy of new beginnings, of spring, of childhood memories, but really it's the energy of new growth, new stuff, right? So if that's something that's calling to you, try to arrange your room or your yoga mat to lay with your head to the east. If anyone needs help figuring out where east is in your house, please speak up now. I can give you several different ways to figure it out. Everyone got it? Please speak up. Got it? Okay, cool. South. If you lay with your head to the south, you're going to have an intense session. It's a very physical, fiery, kind of shadowy way to go. Also, when you sleep at night, south is the best way to sleep at night. So you have nice dreams and you really dump out all the garbage from your brain at night.
Rahul, do you want us to lie down?
Eventually, not yet.
Okay.
Also, if this is your first time doing breath work or psychedelics, don't lay to the south just yet. East or west is probably best for first timers. North is good for kind of like Jedi warriors. South is really good if you're like really getting into some shadow work, but we'll get into that. So west is probably my recommended #1 best direction for beginners. West is the direction of the sunset, right? It's for endings, for release, for bravery. So the first couple times you do this work, you're gonna shed a lot of emotion, a lot of stuff you've been carrying around. So we want to support that energetically by having our head to the west. You know, it's like it's the exit direction. That's why the sun sets over there. And then the north, these north sessions can be really mystical, a lot of wisdom, a lot of light. They can also be kind of intense if you're still holding a lot of emotional baggage. So it's good to do a couple sessions towards the west and then get to the north or do the south. Yeah, anyway, so is it, let's speak up, guys. So who's doing this for the first time?
It's my
I am.
third time.
Third time? Okay, cool. First times. Okay, so everyone doing first time, you know, you can do west, you can do whatever you want though, but I'm just anybody done this a bunch of times or done like tons of ayahuasca or something?
I've done quite a bit of ayahuasca.
Okay, yeah, so if you have a lot of experience navigating the astral realms, go to the north. It'll be a lot of fun. Okay, so let's close our eyes and let's just put our hands on our hearts and let's really sink into our intention, right? You guys are doing all this epic fasting and all this good stuff with Mr. Nicholas. You know, you're carving an hour out of your precious Sunday night to do this thing. Why are you doing this? What are you letting go of? And really think about what you're letting go of, because that's really what we're doing here is we're letting go of something. We're letting go of a feeling, we're letting go of a fear, we're letting go of an anxiety, what are we letting go of? We're letting go of a bad habit, a bad behavior. Are we letting go of always trying to be right? Are we letting go of pleasing other people? Are we letting go of giving a fuck what anyone else thinks? What are we letting go of? What's going to bring us to sovereignty? What's going to bring us to wholeness? What's going to bring us to our fully powered ultimate self? Okay, whenever you have what you're ready, so I'm going to start. Let me give you guys a second. When you're ready, just open your eyes and look at me and I'll start. All right, Nishan, what is your intention?
Letting go of seeking validation.
Beautiful. Eduardo, what is your intention?
Letting go of pleasing others.
Beautiful. Mr. Nico and beautiful Mrs. Nico.
Letting go of fears.
Which ones?
That doesn't allow me to move forward in the things I really want to.
And I am letting go of pretending not to see sometimes.
Mr. or Mrs. iPhone in the dark. Nico, do you know who that is on the iPhone?
Yes, Elysium.
Me?
Yep.
That may be me, yeah. Sorry
What's
about
your
that.
intention?
My intention.
No, it's okay. It just says
yeah,
iPhone.
My intention,
I can't.
Thank you. My intention is to let go any bad habits for deeper healing.
What bad habits?
Anything that's not anything that's traumatic to my body, that's not serving my higher self.
Okay. Sean D.
My intention is to let go of my perfectionism.
Are you a Virgo?
No, I'm a Libra.
Okay, cool. You'll get there easy.
I'm incredibly analytical.
Cool. Veronica.
I'm letting go of past relationships.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ryan Hagan.
Letting go of fear of vulnerability.
Fear of vulnerability. Good. Okay, so look, we're all here together. We're all you know, hearing each other's intention. So we're all supporting each other's intention. We're all about to blast off together. So, you know, we're not just here healing individually, we're also healing ourselves. And get this, we're healing the whole world, because everyone in the world is having one of these issues that you're having too. And we're, you know, the work we're doing within our own body is affecting the entire field. So high five for showing up and doing amazing work. And thank you for raising the elevation of the entire field of consciousness. So we're going to breathe through our mouth. Everyone's clear on that? Anyone have any questions about that? I can talk about this for 2 hours. If everyone's just cool with breathing through your mouth, that's cool. All right, so first exercise, we're just going to do a general inflate. So what I want to do here is I want you to just, when we inhale, I want you to try to fill your lungs as big as possible, like you're a balloon, right? So let's go for it. Inhale strong and big, like you are a balloon being inflated. Real big, fill it all in. Okay, exhale with a sigh. Okay, one more time. Okay, one more time. Real big, fill it up. Stretch that rubber. All right, exhale with a sigh. Get all weird with your exhales, you know? You don't really throw it up, you know? All right, next one. We're gonna get into our chest. So put your hand up here, you know, like this bone, sternum. So last time we were filling our whole lungs like a balloon. Now we want to forget about all the lower parts, the stomach parts, and we just want to inhale up at the chest. You should feel your hand rising, like coming up, and you don't want any energy to go into your shoulders. Like you don't want to inhale like this. That's not the trick, right? You don't want any of your shoulder raising. You just want to, right, your shoulder to lift. So let's do it. Inhale into your clavicle. Sigh it out. And just let your stomach, leave your stomach alone, okay? Let's inhale into clavicle. You can do your tongue out with the exhale. You can get really weird with your exhale, okay? Inhale in your clavicle. That's cool. All right, next one, mountain. So everyone's seen a pregnant woman before, right? So we're gonna try to get pregnant now. We're gonna inhale big into our belly, poof your belly out like a mountain, and then we're gonna sigh it out, okay? Inhale big into your belly. Really poof it out, stretch your abs. Really, really inhale, and then sigh it out. And one more big belly. Get pregnant with air. Dump it out. Okay, one more. Okay, so it's time to talk, guys. So everyone come off mute. So when we're breathing, right? So when you breathe into your chest, you might feel some tension somewhere in your muscles and things like this up here. Your lungs might feel tight, right? Did anyone have a hard time breathing into your chest? All right, Sean, how did it feel when you breathed into your chest?
There's just a point where like I couldn't breathe anymore.
Yeah, okay.
And then it got really, really tight.
Yeah, so there's a little tightness. So usually when you have tightness in the upper chest area, it's sometimes there's some birth trauma, right? Like, you know, maybe you came out of the womb kind of weird, or some, you know, you ask your mom about it, you know, but look into that. But you can keep, you know, I'm serious. Like, you know, like my birth trauma, I was circumcised like right away, like in, you know, newborn. And I've through breathwork, I've remembered the doctors holding me down and chopping off my penis piece. And I was just like screaming like, fuck you guys, you know, like just being so pissed. And I was holding that anger my whole life. Then they put me into a little incubator to like make, you know, because I jaundice, you know, so they shine all these lights on you. So I'm in this like alien sterile little cube. I'm this, you know, newborn, you know, being of nature and love. And I'm in this like plastic tube filled like thing with all this garbage around me, and it's freaking me out. And I thought I was being abducted by aliens. And I recently cleared that trauma, like recently, I'm talking like last week. So birth trauma is a big deal, man. Like, and it constricts your breathing up here. So, Sean, you and anyone else that's feeling tension up here, really focus on breathing into your upper chest today. Did anyone have a hard time poofing out your belly and breathing? No? Everyone's good? Okay, so look, if you had a hard time with your belly, breathe into your belly. If you had a hard time breathing in your chest, breathe into your chest. And if you didn't have a hard time with anything, just breathe. You don't have to overthink it. A lot of people make it real complicated with, doing 3 parts and all this stuff. The only reason you have to do that is if you're too in your head and you're thinking about doing your taxes instead of breathing. But everyone's cool to just breathe, right? You don't need some gimmick to get out of your head. I feel like everyone here knows how to meditate and focus on an activity for a second, all right? All right, so part of letting go is releasing control. Okay, so let's talk about what releasing control means in this space energetically. So a lot of you, especially first timers, are going to feel some really weird tensions coming up in your body. Your hands might cramp up, your face might cramp up, you might feel your abs or something start vibrating, your legs might start twitching. Okay, so this is not a yoga class. If something feels weird, don't start stretching, don't start doing downward dog or like doing all this kind of stuff like, oh, my hands hurt, I'm going to stretch out my hands. Don't do that. What's happening, the reason these things are clamping up and doing all this weird stuff is because new energy is flowing in there. You're oxygenating parts of your body that are acidified with tons of CO2. So just surrender. Let your body cramp up. If you get a Charlie horse in this, don't fight it. You know how sometimes you get a Charlie horse or your foot cramps up and you just have to let it ride? You just let it find its way out. So that's what it's like. Really let your body and we're going to call in a lot of angels, doctor spirits, healing spirits, goboklos, all this fun stuff to work on you. You're not just breathing by yourself. There's going to be about 1,000 angelic beings working on you while we do this. So don't interfere with their work, right? Next thing is Reiki, right? So everyone knows what Reiki is, right? You go like this, rub your hands together, feel the heat between your hands. Okay, now imagine that heat getting a little bigger, like the size of a golf ball, right? Let that push against your hands. Let that energy push against your hands. You'll feel it pushing against your hands, right? Anyway, we don't have to go too deep into that, but I can teach everyone Reiki later if you want. But basically, your hands are shooting out love energy from your heart all the time. That's why if you cook something for someone, they're like, oh, I feel the love. How'd that happen? Well, your hands dumped a bunch of love into it. So your hands are always shooting out lots of energy. They're also receiving lots of energy. So when we're breathing, we want to have our hands by our sides with the palms up. So all the beautiful spirits that are going to be called in to work with us, they know that they can enter your body and start finding things and start illuminating things and start working with things. We're going to give the angelic beings of light permission to enter us and to heal us. So our breath will be very effective. More effective than it would be just on our own. Okay, so everyone's cool to let go of control. No one's gonna be doing yoga and stretching. No one's gonna be like, oh, my stomach and my heart. You know this thing everyone does in yoga class? They're like, oh, put my stomach, my hand on my heart and my stomach. That's good if you're in yoga class, but that's not what we're doing. We're doing some intense spiritual cool things. So don't touch yourself. Okay, so now let's find our spot. So ideally in the Zoom video box, I'll be able to see your head. Just like this icon, right? I want to be able to see your head and your hands. It's not necessary. I mean, honestly, I can feel you guys. So I don't really need to see you, but it's whatever. It's kind of cool if I can see you. Also, it's nice if I can see your hands because I can see how crampy you're getting and I can say little things to you guys, like sweet little things that make you feel better. Okay, everyone's looking really good. Eduardo, I can't see you at all, but that's okay, Sean.
Hard to put my hands down.
Yeah, you got some stuff in your. That's tied to your breathing in the upper chest. It's all connected. Just do your best to have your hands open. And, you know, it's intention more than anything, you know.
Can you see me right now?
I can see you. So if you have a pillow, don't use it, or don't use it on your neck. Put the pillow under your knees. So the reason you like a pillow under your neck is because it does some stuff to your spine. If you put it under your knees, you're going to get the same kind of spinal support without constricting your breathing tube. You know, because ideally you want to have your spine nice and straight. It's, yeah. If your bed is soft, don't use your bed. You know, the floor is better, but you know, okay. So ideally you want to be on the floor on a yoga mat or something with a pillow under your knees and a blanket on top of you. Just keep in mind, like just feel your room right now. Are you hot or cold? Everyone's comfortable? Yeah, so during the session, you might start dripping sweat. You might get really, really hot, or you might get really, really cold. But it has nothing to do with the temperature of your room. It has to do with the emotions and different energies that you're moving and processing and all this stuff. So don't get too worried about temperature. It's more about just accepting, right? So you're going to feel different sensations in your body, different sensations in the room. You might even hear voices or get messages or, you know, whatever you pray for. So just try to accept what is. Again, that's a big part of adventure time. So let's start breathing. Big inhale, exhale. Everyone, big inhale, big sigh on the exhale. Big inhale. So I'm gonna start muting people. So just so you know, everyone's muted. So if you do need to scream or whatever, I can't hear you. And no one else can hear you. So if you do want to scream or you're having some kind of like stuff like that, some urge to scream, then that's okay. You know, just do it. You're not gonna bother anybody. Okay, so everyone just keep breathing, breathe real nice and big. I'm going to start off with some prayers and then we're going to get the music going. So everyone just take a second and just, you know, feel the floor, you're conscious, you know, you're doing all this stuff and you feel safe, right? Like you're at your house, you feel safe. So out loud, really loud, just say, I am safe. Okay, so just remember that because you might get the sensation that you're falling or floating or flying. So just remember, you're just in your house, laying down, breathing. You can't fall. You can't, you know, if you get dizzy, nothing's going to happen. Okay. So let's close our eyes and let's have our eyeballs lined up with our third eye. So that means a slight gentle gaze in and in towards the center and a slight look up. You know, so we're looking like almost like 6 inches in front of our forehead. That's going to help you maintain clarity with any visions you have. Also, just have a soft focus. You don't have to be really sharp on this third eye point. Just kind of like gently have your eyeballs open. Let your eyeballs sink into the back of your skull. Let your eyeballs just be held by your skull and float there, but maintain them towards your third eye. Don't just let them float around aimlessly, you know? So let's open up with a little prayer. So it's healing through releasing negative energies. I'm a master of divine expression. I now release all separation and limitations that no longer serve my path of light. I release all vows of poverty and limitations that I ever made in this and past incarnations. I release all imprints, implants, negative thought forms, black magic spells and curses, negative patterns of the human ego, illness and disease patterns, and all energies that no longer serve my path of light. By the intervention of divine grace, with my full intent, I choose to release all energies of separation, limitation, and all blockages back to the universe. I ask that these energies be purified and transformed into the highest form of light. I invoke the insistence of the angelic realms, Master Hilarion, Mother Mary, Archangel Raphael, my monad, and all ascended masters, Babaji, to release from my being and world all levels of energies that are less than my divine blueprint of purification and my eternal victory in the light through my ascension. And so be it, beloved I am. Keep breathing, big, strong inhales. So make sure your hands are open. We are calling in all of the angelic forces, the beings of the light, the doctor spirits, the healing spirits to come in and assist this healing work tonight.
Stratosphere. I call them here, with motives pure and intentions clear. The kingdom of heaven abounds. It is within and all around. Descending down, the shining one enters my crown. The angelic presence speaks to me in the language of light frequencies.
Be still within, surrender and receive of your own free will. You have called to me. I am cosmic consciousness of infinity. For many incarnations I have guided thee. Coming from the source of the threefold deity, my kind are bestowed in the mind of all humanity. I enter space-time through your body from the formless realms of eternity. I am here to align your circuitry with the all-pervading power that births galaxies. My kind are projections of the Holy One.
Keep breathing. Big strong inhale, sigh it out. Breathe into your legs. Inhale through your feet. Bring the air up through your legs, up through your stomach, to your heart. Feel the new energy rolling over your knees, through your thighs. Grounding your energy with your breath. Breathe in behind your heart. Inhale behind your heart and exhale out of your heart. Inhale from your back behind your heart and exhale out the front of your heart. Each breath, a dose of self-love. body, your abdomen, below your belly button. Breathe into your joy center, your sacral center, your sacred center. Alive to have a good time. Feeling good is our birthright. In the name of the great I Am, I call for the light of 1,000 suns from the great central sun, angels of violet flame, beloved Saint Germain, beloved Zadkiel, and holy amethyst, Omritas, ruler of the violet planet. In the name of God I Am that I Am, saturate the earth and all of her evolution with limitless waves of violet fire. I call for the action of the violet transmuting flame and the action of the will of God to manifest on earth now and forever, an ever-increasing spiral of divine perfection. I call for all discord and activities on earth that are not reflecting the highest light and God's holy purposes to be miraculously swept away and transformed by the power of the violet flame into divine love and harmony for the restoration of earth and her people into their original blueprint of perfection that was originally intended. Violet flame, O violet flame. In the name of God, flood the earth, her people, and all her kingdoms with oceans and oceans of violet flame, until every particle of life is restored to divine perfection. May peace and love be spread throughout the earth. May the earth abide in the aura of perfect love. May the earth abide in an aura of peace, love, and freedom. I give thanks so that it is done now according to God's holy will, and so be it, beloved I am. Big breath. Lie it all out. got this. Keep breathing strong. This is an incredible gift of love. Doing an incredible job loving yourself. Doing an incredible job prioritizing yourself and your happiness, your inner peace. Give yourself a big pat on the back. We don't always make great decisions, but right now you're making a great decision. It deserves to be acknowledged. And not everyone in the world can feel the impact that your work is doing right now. This breathing, this letting go of these things that we're all holding in the field. You're helping everyone. So thank you. Keep breathing, please. Breathe into your throat. Breathe into your thyroid. Breathe in through your neck. Inhale all the way up into your neck. Breathe up into your heart. Inhale to your heart. Exhale everything that's weighing your heart down.
cúrame, sana todo lo que yo llevo. Agradezco por mi vida, Pachamama, yo te amo. Cúrame, sana todo lo que yo llevo. Agradezco por mi vida, Pachamama, yo te amo. Medicina del cielo, ilumina mi interior. Volándome, enseña el camino. Cúrame, sana todo lo que yo llevo. Agradezco por mi vida, Pachamama, yo te amo. Cúrame, sana todo lo que yo llevo. Agradezco por mi vida, Pachamama, yo te amo. Huele con el viento, huele con el viento, huele con el viento, huele con el viento. Llévame con tus alas.
us give a little prayer to Mother Earth. Give a little thanks for all the creatures in the forest, for all the rain that's coming down and blessing the earth, blessing us with food, with love, with life. Soothing the fires in our hearts and out around the world. start to breathe through our nose, and let's breathe a lot more relaxed. Like we'll start working towards a normal breath through our nose if possible. But let's keep our eyes closed. Let's stay where we are. If you're uncomfortable, you can roll up in a fetal position or lift bring your knees up, slide your feet closer to your butt if you want some back relief. But let's just try to stay in our peaceful Zen state.
This is therefore to say that transformation of human consciousness through meditation is frustrated so long as we think of it in terms of something that I myself can bring about by some kind of wangle, by some sort of gimmick. Because you see, that leads to endless games of spiritual one-upmanship and of guru competitions, of my guru is more effective than your guru, my yoga's faster than your yoga, I'm more aware of myself than you are, I'm humbler than you are, I'm sorrier for my sins than you are, I love you more than you love me. This interminable goings-on about which people fight and wonder whether they are a little bit more evolved than somebody else and so on. All that can just fall away. And then we get this strange feeling that we have never had, you see, in our lives, except occasionally by accident. Some people get a glimpse that we are no longer this poor little stranger and afraid in a world it never made, but that you are this universe, and you are creating it at every moment, because you see, it starts now. It didn't begin in the past. There was no past. See, if the universe began in the past, when that happened, it was now. See, well, it's still now. And the universe is still beginning now, and it's trailing off like the wake of a ship from now. And the wake of the ship fades out, so does the past. You can look back there to explain things, but the explanation disappears. You'll never find it there. Things are not explained by the past. They're explained by what happens now. That creates the past, and it begins here. That's the birth of responsibility. Because otherwise, you can always look over your shoulder and say, well, I'm the way I am because my mother dropped me. And she dropped me because she was neurotic, because her mother dropped her. Now away we go back to Adam and Eve, or to a disappearing monkey or something. We never get at it. But in this way, you're faced with it, you're doing all this. And that's an extraordinary shock. So, cheer up. You can't blame anyone else for the kind of world you're in. And if you know, you see that I, in the sense of the person, the front, the ego, it really doesn't exist, then it won't go to your head too badly if you wake up and discover that you're God.
All right, guys, or gods, whatever you want to call it. Let's start to wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes. Let's just stay where we are, keep our eyes closed, but just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and start to invite your body back to connect in connection with your spirit. Invite your spirit back into your body. Let's just start to reunify. Let your spirit come say a little hello to your body. Let's come back together now. And if you died, it's time to come back.
where I come from. Come back, spirit, come back. 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 Spirit of the stars, the sun and the moon. Spirit of the dawn, thunder, spirit, man. Spirit of the stars, the sun and the moon. Spirit of the dawn, thunder, spirit, man. Take my hand and bring your light into my heart. Take my hand, remember me where I come from. Take my hand and bring your light into my heart. Take my hand, remember me where I come from. Come back, spirit, come back. 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 Spirit of the forest, animals and the plants. Spirit of the rose, dancing butterfly. Spirit of the forest, animals and plants. Spirit of the rose, dancing butterfly. Take my hand and teach my soul to spread its wings. Take my hand, remember me where I come from. Take my hand and teach my soul to spread its wings. Take my hand, remember me where I come from.
All right, guys, this is the last song, so get your chilling on.
Hello,
Chill as hard as you can.
I've been waiting for you. I didn't know if you recognize my voice, 'cause I've been whispering your name again and again. I've been imagining this day, and I'll never be the same. Welcome home. Welcome home. It's so good to see your face. Welcome home. We dance, but sometimes only fall. We sing say, welcome home, welcome home. It's so good to see your face. Welcome home. Well, come inside from the cold and raise your weary soul. You belong, you are loved, you are wanted, you're not alone. I've missed you so. Welcome home. Ooh, welcome home. Without you here, it's not the same. And I've been waiting here. Welcome home.
Welcome back to Earth. So, you know, whenever you're ready, just kind of sit up. Let's all get ready to share. We're gonna get a little sharing circle going. So while we're waiting for everyone to get up, you know, like, I'm gonna skip through some slides that I'm not gonna get into now. Okay. Did we lose anybody? Everyone's coming back to life okay? All right, we'll wait for everyone to return. It's good to see all your faces. Everyone looks so glowy and lit after that.
Get up.
Yeah, Sean, you were in it, man. You were definitely letting go of some birth stuff.
God damn it. Okay, I'm up.
Yeah.
Well, that was hard.
Yeah, so usually in like spaces, like when I have like 30, 40 people in a space, around now is when I put on dance music and we rave out for 15 minutes just to get our blood flowing and to just celebrate life. But, you know, on Zoom, I mean, we can do it if you guys want to do it, but we don't have to. But just, you know, try to, oh, okay, you guys want to do it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
You said rave music?
Yeah, so, you know, we just went into outer space, right? And so, you know, it's good to like get some blood flowing into your legs, into your body to ground, stomp your feet on the ground. It's real good to like pound into earth, you know, like, you know, there's a reason we don't have angel wings. We're here to, you know, have our feet on the ground. So yeah, let's just rave out for a little bit. Oh wait, hold on. How's this audio thing working? Let's see. Share. Oh, I gotta share the thing. Hold on. All right, are you guys ready to lose your shit? Is everyone like got some space from their computer? Like, I really want you guys to like dance. You know, like make sure you can hear your stuff. Don't take off your headphones. You know, you gotta hear this stuff.
Music make you lose control.
You guys hear?
Music make you lose control.
Shake it.
Here we go.
You're live.
I got a cute face, chubby waist, thick legs in shape, rump shaking both ways, make you do a double take. Planet rocker, showstopper, flow proper, head knocker, beat scholar.
Just keep going. Sorry, I'm not the best DJ, but just go for it.
I wanna hear your breath just next to my soul. I wanna feel oppressed without any rest. I wanna see you sing, I wanna see you fight, 'cause you are the real beauty of human rights.
Get into your hips. Get into your thighs. Get low.
Nobody can beat the Mama Africa. You follow the beat that she's gonna give ya. Only a smile can know.
Really get that blood pumping in your thighs. Pound your feet on the floor.
You should know, and you know what you got me so serious. You don't need to hit the ground running. Slow up, you're not made for this heat. Out of my maybe you decide we'll roll with it as it comes. Unravel the mystery. So play to me, 'cause nothing ever skip my beat like it does. I'm done with this history. Just skip to my beat. You sit and then I hear your heart beat loud. Heart beating so loud. Are you ready to breathe this deep? Breathe to beat that sound you make me.
Jump around. Get crazy.
Are you ready to breathe this deep? Breathe to beat that sound you make me.
Get your blood pumping.
Take a little closer, come up to my feet. Your destiny creeping out of tip on this shoulder. No cover from storms in my sea. I begin to cover and to carry this over. And I would happen to meant to be. I beat to your frequency like a drum. All under the waves of this heat. You speak to my deepest parts, and when I hear your heart beat loud, heart beating so loud. Are you ready to breathe this deep? Breathe to beat that sound you make me a stereo sound.
All right. That was super fun. Let's come back and get ready to share. You guys feel back in your bodies okay? Anyone still floating around? All right, so it's really important through this kind of experience to share, because you know, some of us we experience something maybe we never experienced before, And you know, when we hear other people share their stories and we're sharing our stories, we're communing, and we're kind of seeing that, you know, oh, I saw a dragon. Oh, I saw a dragon too. Or, oh, I see dragons every time. You know, who knows? So, you know, these things that we think are just fantasies are, you know, they're in our consciousness. Every story, every myth, everything you've ever heard is real on some level, on one of these dimensions out there somewhere, and we're accessing that stuff. So when we share, we're making peace with the infinity that we are, and accessing more and more of ourselves. So does any, if you really are ready to share first, just raise your hand. Nobody's jumping. Okay, you go, Mr. Hand Raiser. Sorry, I would say your name, but it just says iPhone. I don't know who you are.
I just want to say that this was absolutely the most healing session I've ever had in my life, by far, by far. And I've been on a deep sacred healing path for about 3 years, and I felt so much in my body, so much healing work going on in my hands, my legs, my heart, everything, my eyes. This was beautiful. Thank you so much for guiding us in this.
Thank you. So what did you experience? What was you see anything, feel anything? Like what was it like for you?
I didn't see anything. It was hard to open my eyes. My eyes just kept watering, tearing up. But I did feel, call it what you want, guardian angels, spirit guides. I did feel things working throughout my body. Absolutely. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Cool.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Nishan, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. This is the first time I did something like this. It was beautiful. I actually didn't see anything, but in general, I felt like my legs and my arms were like shaking a lot, and also my both my fingers were cramping up. But I didn't force it. But I kept trying to like have like open arms, open palms. Yeah, I felt the shake, felt the shaking. Yeah, it was. I haven't felt something like that before.
That's awesome. That's so the shaking is our nervous system, like kind of like doing a reboot, resetting, and finding, you know, more relaxation. So you're going to find that you're just more chill in some ways, especially like in that part of your body where the shaking was happening. So good job. Sean D.
So I didn't see anything, or at least I can't remember if I saw anything, but there was a lot of movement in my body. As far as like breathing, at one point I felt like I was like I wasn't there, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times where I had done transformational like breathwork type stuff before, so I was doing the yelling and stuff for the excels, and this was just something different, the experience. And I'm usually south anyway, so I did not know that there was different ways that you could position yourself. So I'd be curious to explore that now that I know those things. Yeah, there was like a ton of there was a lot of times where I was trying to do something, and when I would release the trying is when my hands would just start going like crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I got really hot, like I was sweating, and
that's the best.
I'm still sweating.
That's deep healing, man. That's like this That's great. You had a good one. So, you know, I know everyone's kind of starting by saying I didn't see anything. That's okay. Not everybody sees stuff, you know. I'm not sure why everyone's saying that, but it's not like you have to see something if you do breath work.
Because you've
all
mentioned
right.
dragons at least 3 times.
Oh, well, okay. I should probably comment on that. So, you know, like, you know, everyone's unique in their own special way, and everyone has their own gift and all these things. You know, I've been oil painting since I was 7. I, through a lot of breath work, can remember a dragon picking me up from the void and bringing me into physical incarnation. This is my dragon forming from the violet flame. And,
nice.
You know, so I do, sorry, I don't know how to hold this thing here. So anyway, so I have a lot of experience with dragons, even before breath work and whatever. I see a lot of stuff just because that's the way my brain is hardwired, and my hands can like print what I see. So that, you know, I wouldn't say that's normal, you know, so don't expect that. You know, like when we're talking about bringing in the angels, like, you know, you can kind of like hang out with them. So I'm that little dark figure on the bottom, that tiny one. So they're kind of bigger than me and us. But yeah, they're, you know, helping us, you know, everyone, you know, so like feeling stuff, like having the, you know, you feel the angel's presence and all that kind of stuff. I don't have any of that. I don't have any of the feeling stuff. For me, it's very visual. So everyone's different. So that's another cool thing. Like some people hear stuff, like you'll hear voices. Some people, like it's like a touch thing. You'll feel people like petting you and things like that, or like actually working on you. I don't get any of that. I just see the stuff. And like literally I've had, like doctor spirits, like they're working on me, like I can see them like doing something on my energy guts, like over here, and I'm watching them, and then I've literally heard them say, oh shit, he can see us, and then they'll fan me, and then like I'll feel wind in my eyes and I won't be able to look at them like clearly. So you know, even they're not like, they don't even know that we can, you know, like seeing them is not normal. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like a weird little gift I have. So anyway, but that said, I know a lot of people who see stuff. But don't, you know, it's not normal and abnormal, you know, just have your experience, enjoy your experience, share your experience, tell more people to do this. Okay, sorry. Veronica, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I was
Did you see any
sweating.
dragons?
No.
Okay, good.
I think well, just like everyone else before me, I didn't see anything. I was sweating. I got really hot, and then I got really cold. My pets were all over me. I have a dog and a cat, and they were just all over me. My hands were like very tingly, which I didn't enjoy. I was crying a lot. I cried a lot. And I felt like 2 showers. There was like a really light shower. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was perhaps the sound. I was thinking maybe it's just the music, that it has like a shower sound behind it. I just felt like 2 moments of, I don't know what, just coming down. And I don't know if this is just my pets. It's not very normal that they do this, but my cat just kind of threw up, but I just went and looked and there's nothing. So I don't know if perhaps she was just getting something out that I wasn't able to.
Yeah. So pets are doctor spirits. That's why we keep them around. You notice, like, you know, like real crazy people, they have like lots of pets. Pets keep them together. I'm serious. This is real stuff, especially cats. Yeah, it's amazing. So when you were feeling the shower, were you feeling the water on you?
No, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was water. It was just, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like drops of air.
Mm-hmm.
It was just weird. It's just, yeah, I don't know how to put it into words. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm sorry.
That's beautiful. No, that's the best. Not having words for it is that's good. Anything else you want to share?
No, that I cried a lot. That I hope my neighbors didn't hear me like my little yell when I was yelling. That's about it. I'm really, really thankful and grateful. Yeah.
Ryan, do you want to go?
Yeah, I didn't. I tend to be a feeler, not a seer, as well. And I, for the first, maybe the first half or 2/3, I wasn't really feeling much. I was sticking with it, but I just wasn't feeling much. And then around the last third, I started feeling like a tingling sensation all over my body, like a strong, like pins and needles almost, but not unpleasant. It felt like a large energetic weight on most of my body. And it was kind of pleasant. It's hard to describe, but and then I got really emotional and started crying a little bit, and I'm not really sure what I was crying about. But I also had this feeling that I wish I could keep crying. Like it was right around the time you started wrapping up, and you told us to like calm down a little bit, and I kept going just because I really wanted to feel that more. But it's funny because I don't really know what I was crying about. Just felt very emotional.
That's great, man. So like, you know, tears are like, they wash our heart. So sometimes we have heartbreak from before we had words, like, you know, when we're a baby, or even before this lifetime. So, you know, we got to cry about these things. Like something I'm working on right now is I have a deep fear in me that I haven't been addressing my whole life, and through all of the insane amount of healing work I've done, where I was metaphorically like a woman in an abused relationship for a long time, being like just walking on eggshells and things like this. So I've just been accessing this parallel reality that's vibrating in me right now. So I'm like excited to go dive into that. And I imagine there's gonna be a lot of uncried tears that I'm not really gonna be able to make sense of. But so you guys sharing is, you know, you're talking about tears, it's making me think of this stuff. So just sharing to help you guys access your own layers of sadness beyond awareness and comprehension. You know, like our hearts are infinite, you know, like our hearts stretch beyond dimensions, beyond, you know, the bounds of this universe. So, you know, sometimes we got to cry about some weird shit that makes no sense here. So good work. High five. And then I don't know, I can't see your name, Mr. Christmas Tree in the background. Eduardo.
That's me. Yeah. Yeah, so for myself, I think I saw a little bit of just like the night sky. And I imagined things throughout it. I don't know if it was really a vision, because I feel like a vision would be like more visceral. But you know, I imagined things throughout it, like just but yeah, I think that was just like imagination. So I just kind of saw the night sky. For me, that was just like a perception of like how small I am in the world. You know, kind of connected to my intention. And then the feeling, you know, I had some tears. I guess I felt like I was releasing pain, you know, just from my life. And I struggled a little bit with the breathing. Like I would just stop breathing because it was like, it was hard for me just to like keep doing the breathing. So I had moments where I would just like stop without noticing. But I would go into this, and I would go into this like stillness. And it was like, I don't think I had ever felt that still. It was just like this stillness, this warmth going out throughout my body. But when I was breathing throughout the session, I was trembling in my legs, and I felt like I just wanted to move and shake. And I was doing some trembling in my legs, and you know, my head was going side to side. So I'm just kind of like, you know, I felt like my chest, like things, like kind of stuff coming out of my chest and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Cool. Have you ever done shaking? It's like a technique.
Shaking just to shake?
Yeah, you just sit there and you just sit there and shake. You just go. No, I'm serious. It's a whole thing. It's like breathwork. I don't know why it hasn't caught on. It's cool. You just sit there and shake and you
No.
go like blissed out and you just shake for a long time. They also
How
have
long?
laughing yoga. You know, like laughing yoga, you just sit there and you go, let's all try it, right? You just go, ah! Anyway, whatever. So, that's the whole thing. It's huge in, you know, other
Oh,
parts.
you were so funny, you lost someone.
My head is sweating now. Okay, so have you ever done EFT, emotional freedom technique?
The tapping?
Tapping, yeah.
Yeah, I've tried it.
Yeah, if you go on YouTube and just type in tapping EFT sessions, there's like tapping for heartbreak, tapping for
for
whatever.
everything.
Yeah, so tapping's really good, especially if you're having all the shaking stuff. It like helps move some of those energetic blocks, and it'll like really open you up. Like so, you know, breathwork's not the only thing to do. There's a lot of things. Anyway, Nico, you want to share?
Yeah, sure. Well, it kind of merges into one, so I don't know what was first, but I remember feeling a lot of energy pulsating through my body, through my hands. At the very beginning, I felt like I was being held by rocks. I don't know how to describe it. Like I was literally like being handheld by things or spirits made out of rocks. Like it felt very solid. I remember that I did have some visions, and the first one was very random. Like I just saw my dad giving me a cucumber, and I thought, what is this? But then afterwards, it got very deep to the point. I feel there's a point where the cognitive function is left behind, and there's just an experience, and then yeah. So I felt I was in this place of like a total void for most of it. I just came back around the end. There was a moment though where at the beginning where I started feeling all the light and the energy that I asked to. Like, well, there's been some stuff happening here in this house recently, and I asked for any energy that does not belong here to leave, any dense energy that is not of here. And right in that moment, like some doors started like creaking very loud. So that was a bit spooky. What else? Yeah, and then I think some of that were waves of just deep peace. There was a song. So I mean, one part it felt like imagination. I don't know if it was a vision or imagination, because there was a song singing about a golden eagle, but I saw it very clearly. That was beautiful, like a golden eagle, literally. That part felt a little bit like a DMT trip, like a very clear golden eagle, and how like it was so shiny that it was, the light was permeating everything, and I think that was my favorite part. Yeah, that was about it.
That's epic. So the cucumber thing jumped out at me.
Okay.
There's an old Vedic chant, Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugarshinam Pushti Vardhanam Ukravukmiva Bandhanan Mityor Mukshya Mamritat. And it means, we offer worship to Shiva. Let us be liberated from bonds of death and birth, like the cucumber breaking free from its creeper.
Wow.
And I don't know, it's kind of what you're talking about.
I'm gonna look that up for sure. I wonder if
Best
we
for
have.
last.
I wonder if we have a spirit vegetable, like we have a spirit animal. Do we have spirit vegetables? Tomatoes, cucumbers.
Probably.
Go ahead.
Yeah, your turn.
So I still in a like a shock a little bit because it was the strongest physical experience in my life. Even with Jahe, I never felt something like that. So I even like I'm shaking still. So it started like in 2 minutes. I think you were talking about something like finishing, and I was breathing, and already started to feel, even before music started. So it started from my chest and expand all. My hands at the beginning was like normal, like that. Then I found myself, it was up and like that. And like I felt a lot of pain in my body. But because I was doing this kind of work before, I know that it's normal for me. Like every time when I'm doing my hands like that. So I was like, okay, I will continue breathing. It's normal. Usually before I was like more calm down if I feel a lot of pain, but this time I decided to keep going, and then I started to feel how to say this muscle
Calves.
on my right
calf
leg.
Yeah.
I started to feel big pain there, like very big, and then in 5 minutes another one, and then whole body was in like big pain. So I really got scared. I never got scared in any like visions with Jahe. I never got scared with breath work too. So I started to feel a lot of pain, and for the first time like that. And I was like, I need help. So I said, Nico, I don't remember, it hurts. I started to scream that it's a lot of pain, it hurts. And it's still right now I'm sitting and I feel pain. I couldn't really stand up after. So my hands were in pain, and still this part of my face like a little bit shaking. So in that moment, I decided to calm down. So, and then when I started to feel a little bit better at the end, I felt that someone or something is touching me, like doing a little massage but like I don't feel my body, like completely I don't feel, but I feel that something is like touching and moving I know that I was moving, like maybe doing this or something, but it wasn't me. Like I felt it like that. And also I felt at the end like I'm laying down without movement, so I can't do anything with my body. And I started to feel like it's kind of another body, me, or maybe my body is going like up, and started to do this. So I was like flowing a little bit up, like a few centimeters. Then I was laid down. Right. Yeah, and I needed really like time to come back because I was really feeling like so, and I still so hard.
Wow, that's a good one. You really let go. So do you know the details of your birth?
No.
Or like born in a hospital?
No.
Was your mother on drugs or anything?
Like, I know that my childhood was very terrible.
No, not childhood, just your birth.
How you were born.
Yeah, I understand. But I mean,
Like, were you born
Exactly.
through natural birth? Did it cut your mom?
Not cut, natural.
Yeah. So it sounds, the way you're describing it, it sounds like you're reliving your birth. So everybody, good childhood, bad childhood, whatever, everyone, birth sucks. You know, you come out of the oneness of the mother and you enter the earth, right? Like the air, right? So yeah, you're getting closer to accessing your birth and clearing, you know, even if you had like a perfect birth, you still have like just trauma from coming out. And it's not like trauma, like, oh my God, I need to go to therapy about it. But like, it's just like trauma just means that it's a place your body got hurt, right? So you get pressed through the canal, right? Your hands get all clamped up like this. You're all like this, right? So the way you're describing it, I'll post the video for you guys so you can listen to what you said again. But you literally described coming out of the womb.
Yeah, actually, I just remembered that at the end I said, "Oh, I'm alive," and I was so happy, and I started to, yes, I said I'm alive. I started to cry from that, like from happiness and from not feeling this pain like that.
It's great. Yeah, even that feeling where you're getting lifted and moved around, that's when you got, you got picked up, you know, you got popped out of your mama and picked up.
Yeah, really, that's cool. Thank you so much.
That was a great one. That was a really great one. And so that's a gate, right? So you've passed that gate. So now you get to go deeper. Like now you can remember being inside your mother's womb. You can remember all kinds of stuff. Like I'll show a painting after I got through remembering my birth and remembering being inside of my mother and all of her thoughts and fears and all those things when she had me. I got to the point where I could remember choosing my parents before incarnation. So, you know, stick with it. Yeah, there's a lot of layers to the infinity that we all are, right? We're all one, right? So how is this possible that we're all one? We all share this piece of one consciousness, this one light that's flowing through all of us and all plants and every atom and cell and light beam, you know? Like, how is this possible? Well, you know, keep going. You'll remember it. I mean, like you might not see it, you know, like I see, you know, like I into like the oneness and all this stuff, but like you don't have to see it. You just feel it and let your body heal and like you know, like harmonize with this stuff, you know, like this is like I don't know, the middle of everything. Like we're all light and matter goes, you know, we're all one. Like while you guys are breathing, I can close my eyes and like tune into you and like just the field of us, right? I can feel where we're tight. You know, that's why I was saying breathe into your stomach, breathe into your legs, right? Because I was feeling in the moment that felt like the right thing to say for the group. So I think everyone did really well. Everyone's accessing, you know, their gifts and their ways of attuning to their infinite self. Nico, you're doing a great job gathering a big group of feelers. I've never had so many feelers on one call or one session, you know, like usually it's like a couple visual people, a couple feeler people, a couple like hearing weird stuff people, a couple like spooky, like, oh, I saw ghosts and I saw the angels, you know, like spirit kind of people. So yeah, this is, you know, however you're pulling people together, you're attracting a lot of feelers. So good job. So does anyone have any questions for me, or we kind of wrapping it up?
How often can you do this particular breath work?
How often do you breathe?
All the time.
There you go. There's a process called holotropic breath work. They do like 8-hour, 10-hour sessions, many days in a row. You know, you can it's breathing, man. You can do it. You know.
I've heard other people say that it's not advisable to do it more than like, you know, a couple days.
I've done it every day for a long time. It's up to you. You know, I don't know. What do I know? Just do what feels good, you know? Like, listen to your body. If your body's saying, oh man, this is terrible, I don't want to do this every day, then don't do it. But, you know, there's not really like rules, it's breathing. You know, like when I'm going through stuff, sometimes I'll do like 4 hours a day. I'll do 2-hour session, then another 2-hour session in the afternoon. That's if I'm really going through some stuff, you know? Normal day, I just like make sure I'm taking full breaths all the time. Like, you know, a lot of times we're talking and we're talking and we're talking and we're not breathing. Or like we're in traffic and somebody honks at us and we're like, and we don't breathe for like a little bit, right? So just, you don't really have to do this ever if you just are always breathing. But if we get scared or pissed off or, you know, have a feeling, right, we don't breathe. So just, you know, really it's just about breathing.
What was the not the last music, but the like guy speaking? What was that?
That was Alan Watts. So if you go to YouTube and just type in Alan Watts, you'll get a cornucopia of beautiful, inspirational stuff.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Or read his books or whatever. I mean, the guy's got so much good stuff out there. Anyone else? Everyone ready to go? Team high fives. We did it. Go team. Yeah. Oh, I want to show you guys a secret magic trick. Okay, so you know, like sometimes the vibration in a group, you know, like you're maybe at dinner or something, and like the vibe is low, right? Like low, like think close to the ground. So if you want to raise the vibe, there's a simple magic trick. You can do this at any party or whatever. You just say, everyone, okay, everyone put your hands in the air. Okay. So now your hands are high, right? Now vibrate your hands, right? So literally the vibe is high right now. I feel it. It's like lifts up. Okay, I want to share one more thing with you guys. I have to stop the recording because stop.